Hi, I'm Taft Morley, COO of American Charter Development. My main job and responsibility is really underwriting and putting deal packages together and seeing them through from concept to reality. Over the years and after having done hundreds of applications, what I've found is that lenders are really mostly concerned with five things. Now, there are tons of things, but the top five things that I've found is first, the board. This is a people business. You are going to be interacting. You're teaching students and scholars, and you're interacting with parents. You are garnering enrollment. You are consistently dealing with people. On top of that, this is a business that is very complex. What capacity does the board have? How diverse are they? Do you have education? Do you have business? Do you have legal expertise? Do you have what it takes to run the school? How big is the board? Because unfortunately, sometimes it can be cumbersome to come to an agreement when you've got 11, 13, or 15 board members. How committed is the board? What's the standing in the community maybe? And do they understand the gravity of not only running a school, but understanding the gravity of of the deal you're trying to put together? Second is the curriculum. Does the curriculum fit what you're trying to do? For example, are you a Title I school, but you might lack some of the services that are associated with that type of school? Is the history of your curriculum, do you have a history of performance? Is it well known? And does it fit? And the reason why that's important is a lot of people don't want to take their first deal or take a deal with something that isn't well known, that isn't tested, that doesn't have data behind it. Third, is the location charter friendly? What's the competition like? Are there charter schools all over the place? Are there not many? How does the local district counterpart schools run? Are they overcrowded? Is there a niche that is not being served? And really honing down what type of student base is there. Are you going to be able to fill up? Are your projections realistic? I mean, everything comes back into this one big whole. Fourth is the state or your authorizer. I mean, you might have a state authorizer, you might have a county authorizer, you might have a district. Are they charter friendly? I mean, what's their history like? Is the term or length of their contract 3, 5, 10 years, 20 years? Have they been favorable or unfavorable? What's their renewal rate look like? Do they terminate kind of on a whim? And some states and some authorizers actually, if schools are underperforming, they have remedies that allow you to turn around the school. Do they allow that? And all that just comes into your analysis of if your authorizer, which is an integral part of this whole relationship, are they favorable or unfavorable? Fifth and last, but certainly not least, what does your business plan look like? And specifically, what does the budget and what type of project does that allow? I can't tell you how many projects I've seen where you've got a budget that you get approved in your application, or a budget that the board has approved, but it does not really make financial sense with what you are trying to do. Is the building or what you are trying to build, is it right sized within your budget? Those are very important key questions, especially when you're starting out and trying to get your feet under you and trying to get into your new building, which inevitably everybody needs a building to operate in for, obviously, if you're teaching students and scholars. And those are the top five that I've seen over the years that you can go awry in each one, in one or the other, and it really does have a trickle-down effect. And these are things that you really need to be thinking of, that you really want to have airtight, you want to have secure, and in order to have a successful opening and a successful project and a successful school ultimately.